Assalamualaikum everyone. This is the Caliph Podcast. I'm Karusali and we're on episode 18. My guest today is Nana Al Haleq, the fitness influencer, coach, TV host, and entrepreneur. You are the most followed female fitness personality in Malaysia with more than 200,000 followers. You are a certified coach specialized in hypertrophy and fat loss. You also facilitate numerous organizations with corporate wellness programs promoting health and wellness in the workplace. During your competitive days, you achieved 6th place in WBFF Australia, the worldwide leader in fitness and modeling. On television, you hosted various programs and segments, notably for Astro and RCM. You recently launched your own brand called Body Lab and Fit Sambal. We're here to talk about your journey as a fitness influencer, misconception about food, health and fitness methods, and more. Nana, Assalamualaikum. Welcome to the Caliph Podcast.
Hi, Waalaikumsalam. Thank you for having me today. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good and fantastic. I actually went to run this morning because I was like, okay, I need to get into this mood to interview you.
That's
Because
amazing.
it's been a while because I took a rest in Ramadan, right? I did not exercise and all. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna interview fitness influencer. I have to be, on par at least. So I'm actually this episode is I'm excited for this episode because you are the first guest that's gonna speak about. We'll talk more about health, which I am excited about. I am also passionate about. And but first, before we dive in, I want to ask, how's the situation like there in Malaysia with COVID-19, and what changes you made to adapt?
Okay, the situation here in Malaysia, I think, is getting better. A lot more premises are allowed to open, and I think, a
Nice.
lot of people are happy to go back to work. But of course, there's a lot of changes that we need to, I would say, take. First of all, it's hygiene. I am so glad that I think it's a blessing in disguise because it really taught us to go back to the basic, because come on. Not everyone can actually, adhere to a certain level of personal hygiene. But
Yep.
with this, it really, really forces everyone to like, hey, you really need to wash your hands. You really need to like clean up. So yeah, it's a blessing in disguise. I think in some way it sort of like helped the earth heal itself, which is a much needed one. And it also teach us to go back to basic, like, with whatever that is going on, everything is so fast paced. Go back to basic. And as for me, the biggest changes is that I finally need to rest and I just stay home. So the transition between a very hectic schedule to a very not so crazy, it has been wonderful. 2 days ago it was my 6th time living home, right? Since the PKP MCO. So when I was driving, I was like, why everybody is driving so intense? and I'm like, okay, maybe everybody has been driving like this. It's just that I was too zen during this MCO. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So you have been at home most of the time, and being in the zen mood, right? Most of
Yes,
the time.
absolutely.
So it's definitely helped you in a way. Are you ready to go back to your hectic schedule now? Soon.
I guess not that now. You have to, like, I have to, right? Like, I have to be prepared. But to be honest, it's not so much of a difference because the workload is still the same. It's just that I'm home, not so much on the road and stuck in traffic, which I think contributed 100% of my stress level daily. Being stuck in traffic and then rushing here and there. So yeah, I'm not I'm eager to go back to work. Like, I love working and I love my job. I really enjoy doing what I do, but I'm not looking forward to be stuck in traffic. That's for sure.
Malaysia and traffic.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm interested to know more about your background. Right, what were you like as a kid? And I read a few articles about you that you started eating healthy. When you're young, and how do you develop that? Yeah.
Okay. My background as a kid. Basically, I'm one active kid, and then I think I owe it to my mom, because my mom, she used to be the netball player for Johor, and she compete competitively for Johor State.
Oh.
So growing up, she always teach me how to catch a ball, and that is one particular sport that I'm really bad at is netball, and then she is the netball pro, right? Like, I until today, there's a Malay saying, tangan pengka, that
No.
thing. Okay, so in
Okay,
Malaysia,
first.
for
Okay.
or like in Johor, right? I mean, if someone throw you like a ball or something in sports and then you unable to catch it, it's called tangan pengkor, meaning like your coordination is like off, you know.
Okay.
So she always exposed me to all these sports, and I still remember that rollerblade, roller skate, running, and then when I was in primary school, she really encourages me to be active in sports. So by the age of 11, I actually represented state already in 100 meter, 200 meter, 400, 4x1,
Track and field.
4x4. Yeah, track and field. So basically, I don't have a coach. So she is my coach. My mom is my coach. I mean, whatever that she remembers during her, I would say, early years, she would just, teach me. So she taught me how to run. She taught me how to sprint. She taught me how to do long jump. I mean, she's not an expert in that field, but she passed on whatever that she learned when she
The
was
technique
younger.
and all, yeah.
The technique and all. So when it comes to eating healthy, a little bit of a background here. So my mom's family doesn't come from like a wealthy family or something like that. They are like, like really struggling and stuff. So she told me last time when she wanted to eat like fruits or something like that. My late grandfather had to pick the fruits from a basket that people throw away.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, this is way back when.
Yeah.
So that's how she's able to eat fruits. So when she work in a corporate and then she's able to like, support her family, she said, okay, I actually feed you good food. You have to be, feeling blessed about it. And then she was also saying that, okay, all her siblings are not like, I would say, blessed with a high metabolic rate or like genetics and stuff. So my Johor family are all quite plump. So my mom is the smallest among all her siblings. So she said, well, you really need to take care of your body. You really need to take care of your health. So she really teaches how to eat healthy and how to eat good food.
Wow.
I mean, she provides what she can provide, right? So I still remember growing up, I do not have the luxury of like eating junk food as much as I would want to. So the funny thing is, my grandparents from my dad's side owns a kedai runcit, that sells jajan. You know what jajan, right? All this junk food and stuff. So balik sekolah, after I came back from school, I would just stop by their house and I would help my grandmother to just attend the mini shop like stall that they have in their house. But the thing is, I can't touch any of the junk food because my mom will eventually find out, right?
Oh.
And I still remember there's one particular time like I said, oh, I really want that jeruk, and I had it. Oh my God, she was super pissed at me.
Oh.
So like she really controlled the food, the kind of like junk food that we can have, the amount of junk food. So, if let's say macam chocolate, she would buy us chocolate, like one bar of chocolate. So she would schedule, okay, today only this much. You cannot exceed this. So yeah. but she showered us with a lot of fruits. So I remember growing
Mm.
up eating a lot of fruits like duku, langsat,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
rambutan and all these things. And then she said, yeah, you can, if you want something sweet, I wouldn't mind getting you fruit. So yeah,
So you
thanks,
snack.
mom.
Shout out to mom. So she
Shout
snack.
out to
She
mom.
lets you snacks on fruits more than other. Yeah.
Yes, and veggies. I still remember last time, even because my sister and I, our age gap is 6 years old. It's
Okay.
quite huge different, right? So
Yeah.
when she was like 1 or 2, I still remember and I can recall that my mom would blend like the spinach and feed
Mm.
to my sister. Like although she doesn't like it, she would
Yeah.
force feed her like, hey, like I don't
Wow.
care, you eat your veggies. So I guess that's what she did to me as well. But yeah, all of us ended up loving vegetables. Like we cannot live without vegetables growing up.
Yeah.
So I guess her method works.
How did she? Wow, I never came across especially a Malay, Malay Muslim mother who has that, nutrition knowledge, of what to feed to the
Yeah.
child, and how did she have that? How did she develop that?
I think because of family history as well, because when you come from a family, not to say unfortunate, but
Mhm.
you have to struggle to get what you get,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So when you achieve something, I think you want to provide the best for your family as well. So I think that's how at the end, and that's why she did that to us as well. And she loves to read about all these nutrition books. And I still remember,
No wonder.
I still remember at the age of 11 or 12 or maybe 10 years old, she was so into this blood type diet. Um, so she basically cook based on the blood type diet. And yeah, I mean, it does help her with her, not to lose weight, but to,
Mhm.
like keep her health to optimum. So
Okay, okay. So, you are destined to be a psychologist, right? You actually wanted to be a psychologist. Your mom wants you to pursue that.
yeah,
What happened?
a lot of things happen. Okay. Okay, so growing up, that's okay. I will just story a little bit
Sure, sure.
how the psychology part came about. So growing up, I really, really wanted to be a forensic officer. I think thanks to CSI, like I'm so really want to be like one of the forensic officer.
Uh-huh.
Um, but having been super active in sports, I think I forgot to study once in a while. So my SPM result didn't really, like super rainbowish, like allowing me to be a forensic officer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so hence I took communication, and then after communication, in mass communication, and then I took communication and psychology. So that's how it happened.
All right.
Reason being is that I love people watching. I'm not too sure about you guys, but I love, you just sit down. Okay, think about this.
Mm-hmm.
At a mall, you just sit down and then
And your
you
job
just
observe,
stare
right?
at people's behavior, like observe them,
Yeah.
their reactions, their facial expression. But obviously, you cannot make it too obvious, right? Or people think you're crazy and creepy. So people watch. And sometimes even at home, having conversation with your family
Mm-hmm.
or your friends. And then I don't know, sometimes I just would like to see how they respond towards certain issues or environment or like, conversation. So yeah, I love to learn about people's behavior,
Mm-hmm.
understand more. Because honestly, growing up, I am not this extrovert person.
Yeah.
I'm quite introvert growing up. I
Mm-hmm.
always have, I would say, self-confidence issues.
Mm.
I always have, stage fright and all these things. So building up my confidence wasn't easy.
Yep.
I still struggle with this fear up until today. Yeah. So reason why I want to learn psychology last time is because I was fascinated about people's behavior, about how people think, about how people
Mm-hmm.
react. So,
Nice,
but
nice.
yeah, along the way, I figured, well, if I end up having to work in a mental institution, it's not gonna
Yeah.
work for me. Yeah,
Okay.
because when you
So
learn psychology, right, I'm not too sure about you, when you read so much about, like, ADHD, and then you read about all these schizophrenic cases, I'm like, do I have this? Oh my god, do I have to deal with this in my entire life? No. And then you watch all these psychology, like movie drama and all these things, I was like, no
yeah.
way. So yeah.
I had the same almost the same experience with you, where I actually wanted to be a counselor. So when I had the
Ah.
same, yeah, I had the same thinking. I was like, what if I listen to people problem, and then I myself got, yeah. So I
Mm-hmm.
said, no, I'm not gonna be burned out by other people problems. So I had the same same thinking as you. Yeah, but I enjoy listening to people and stuff. Okay, so what happened then? So you left, and then how's the new journey turns out after that?
Okay, so basically, of course, I want to pursue my masters and whatsoever, right? More, because my mom always want me to be
Mm,
a professor or lecturer or things like that. Anything
really?
in that
Until now?
department.
Even now?
Yes, she would
Wow.
love. She
Okay.
would love me to be a professor or something. But thank you to my sister who will take up that journey. Two of my sisters, making my mom's dream live up.
Okay.
um. So yeah. And then, I mean, I always wonder, what is my passion in life.
Mhm.
I love, I don't know, I'm always fascinated towards all these weirdest things. I first I want to be a forensic officer, and then I wanted to be a plastic surgeon, because I was fascinated about how they can reconstruct face and, like, save life when it comes to, like, burn victim and all these things. It's very fascinating to me. I
Mhm.
don't know
Mhm.
why. um and then I want to learn about people's behavior. So I think maybe I'm destined to help people, but psychology is not my calling. So
No
so
problem.
yeah, I mean, it was a trial and error. When Not trial and error, it was merely me sharing my journey on Instagram about my fitness lifestyle. Because, as when you do track and field, and then you do the things that I do now, is totally different background,
Yeah.
right? um so when I started, it was just about me sharing, because I want to see my own progress. And then it's just merely of, like, telling my friends, hey, I'm doing this,
Yeah.
support me and stuff.
Yeah.
And little that I know, there's a following. uh so that's how I got into the fitness industry. Is actually
Mm.
by surprise. It wasn't planned. And I think it could be a destiny as well, because
Mhm.
that is something that I was really good at when since young, like 11 years old, and then until until now. Fitness is just an outlet for me to be happy, to find myself, and then to help others. So I think it's destiny
Yeah.
indirectly.
I mean, yeah, I think it's good also because so many people struggle with fitness, right? And you have this gift to be an influencer, to influence people. So I think you should be, proud of yourself, and especially your mom too. She was the cause of you being in this fitness actually, because she's the one who drilled you
Yes.
right from young. So yeah. Okay. So you took courses also, right? You're now a coach, and it's under you're specialized in hypertrophy, right? Maybe you can share with those people, yeah, what is hypertrophy about?
Okay, so hypertrophy is basically, a science behind how to build your muscles. Yeah, because macam in fitness kan, you ada how to do yoga, how pilates,
Yep.
and then in bodybuilding, of course, you ada periodization, and then you ada, hypertrophy, you ada fat loss, all these different protocols. So basically,
Mm,
I'm specialized in muscle building, lean muscle building,
mm.
and also
Lean
fat
muscle,
loss.
not that really
Lean
bulky one, just the
muscle.
lean ones, is it?
It's actually about the same. It's just how you carve
Oh,
your program,
all right, all
depending.
right.
Because to bulk up and to lean bulk, I mean, you have to play around with your nutritions. So the things you eat, the supplements you take, the
Yep.
program and stuff. So yeah, but basically hypertrophy is the science about muscle building.
So you said just now there are so many others, right? Why do you want to specialize in hypertrophy? Why not others?
Okay, basically growing up, not growing up lah, I mean my body type sort of like struggle tau, macam I want to build muscle and stuff because
Okay.
I'm naturally very skinny.
Oh,
So basically, when I want to build muscle, it was quite hard for me.
challenging. Yep.
So sometimes I try this method, it didn't really work. So learning about and specializing in hypertrophy is sort of like,
Mm,
let me understand more about myself, and at the same time I can actually help others as well.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
Sebab I kan
see.
macam last time in towards like bodybuilding kan. So,
Yes, yes,
track and
yes.
field, the science and, the protocol is different, training is different, food is different. So when I was like obsessed about, bodybuilding,
Yeah.
although I didn't have the intention to compete, yeah, I always want to learn more. I mean, like if I want to do something, I always, tell myself that I need to learn more, like learn properly, not just
Yeah.
from a website and things like that. Yeah.
So from a skinny girl, right, to wanting to have interest in bodybuilding and to enter WBFF, like how did that
Yeah.
happen? Like, how did that journey happen?
Okay, so this is another funny story. So growing up, as you know, I'm really active in track and field. So masa in between that 18 years old to 26 years old, like I really, really need to work hard to get what I want in life.
Mm-hmm.
So basically gym membership is out of the question, because I have to work and study at the same time.
Yeah.
So when I first start my first job, I get some money, and then I was like, yay, finally gym membership for me.
Yeah.
So I really, really want to have, that ideal like Mat Saleh type body. Because
Mm.
if she can do it, I can do it too, right? There's no difference between,
Yeah.
Mat Saleh and then like
Masalah or not?
Asian,
Yeah.
so because everybody said, oh, they can do it because it's Mat Saleh, and I was like, no, our biological thing is about the same. It is the same thing, a matter of genetics, right? So yeah, so when I first started, I just want to have that really nice bum. So that was the ideal goal because I was really skinny. I was 42 kilos. I was telling
Mm.
myself, hey, I'm fit. I can run, I can rock climb, I can hike, and I can do all these things. But I want to have that fit body.
Yep.
So it matches. So yeah, the first 3 months, 6 months, it was just focusing on, having that perfect athletic curves, and I achieved it. So after that, it was like, okay, from that, and then why don't I try to do my shoulder, and then like sculpt
Mm.
my this back and stuff. So yeah, I mean, the intention to compete was never there until some of my friends actually pushes me to do so,
Mm.
because they say, you have a potential, you have
Yeah.
the body, you have the physique, and I think, and then they were saying that I think you are qualified to go for it. You stand a chance. So yeah, it took me 2 years to finally step on WBFF stage, because I do have lack of confidence. Although I have the physique, I always think that I'm not good enough
Mm-hmm.
to compete with I would say professional athletes, because they have been doing it since they are like 18 years
Years.
old,
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
way longer than me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I did it. So that's about it. But mostly I do bodybuilding because I have a passion of, yeah.
Mm. How's the
Towards
experience like in that competition?
Oh my god, it is nerve wracking. It is nerve wracking. I don't know. Like, it is such a prestigious event. I still remember I had to fork up like almost 50 or 60 ringgit, 60k
Wow.
ringgit Malaysia just
You
to
have to
prep for
fork
these
out?
competitions.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because
Everything, yeah.
everything, because like costumes sahaja is 10k already. 10k for costume, not including your hair and makeup, not including your prep meals, not including
Yeah.
your recovery, although so everything sums up to 50, 60k. um
Huge
it is
investment.
overwhelming. It is overwhelming. And then with all of this happening, I to fork up another, I would say, a couple of thousand to get me a I would say a catwalk coach is a bit much. So I learned everything online via YouTube. um, so when I got there, thankfully the federations, I would say, organized like a last minute, a day before catwalk post on how to whatever
Ah,
seminar, right? So I attended the
yeah.
seminar. So I was the only Malaysian Asian there. Everybody was so
Really?
white.
Wow.
I was the only Asian there.
Do you like, okay, I'm done. I want to go back home now.
At some point, yes. At some point, yeah, absolutely, because it is I would say a quite nervous experience. So when I entered the room and everybody was like, "Oh, this is my posing coach," and here I am, a girl from Malaysia, and I'm like, I'm here alone. I have nobody with me.
Yeah.
I don't know how to walk. And yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. And then you say, "Oh my God, your walk
Nice.
is actually a really good walk," and I'm like, "Really?"
Oh,
Can you imagine the surprise?
yeah.
But yeah, during the event itself, on the day before I actually step on this the stage for the first time,
Mm.
mixed feeling. Is a mixed feeling. I rasa macam I need to go toilet, I need to go do number 1, number 2. I want to go back, I want to run, I want to cry.
Yeah.
And I still remember my first ever walk. Like the moment I made my first step, I was shaking. Everything was pitch black, and and all I see is just spots light. And I told myself, I can do this. So yeah, it was an amazing experience lah.
Mm. Something you should be very proud of, man.
Why am I
Uh,
crying? This is serious. So
how
yeah,
long was how long back was that?
it was 4 years ago.
4 years ago. Wow.
4 years ago. Yeah.
You should be very proud. I'm proud
Long
of you.
time.
I was like, wow. I can imagine
Yeah,
all that.
there's so many hurdles because I got injured before that. I can't complete. I have to like defer and stuff. It was insane. This is happy tears. Happy tears.
Yeah. I'm happy for you. Okay, so do you see yourself going back there again? Is there any possibility?
Ooh, I would love to. I was supposed to go back a year after. But then I got too busy and work work didn't allow me. So it has been 4 years now. So I don't know. I mean, if I want to do it again, probably I need to go for another under different federations, because a different federation, maybe IFBB. But we'll see. I don't know. I would love to go and compete again. I think it's such a wonderful experience. I mean, I do it because of passions, right? I mean, not because of like, I want to like, no, it's just for myself. I mean, it's my own self-satisfaction. So
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see. Because I'm 34 already, quite old. I think for WBFF, World Beauty Fitness Fashion, for you to earn the pro title is the latest. I think you are 35 years old. So if I want to do it, it has to be next year.
Yeah.
Otherwise, maybe I shift to IFBB then, a different federation. We'll see.
But in terms of training, it's gonna be more intense, right? Like what you are doing now, correct? So
Yes.
if let's say if you have to compete, you have to kind of like clear all your work for now just to focus on that training, correct?
Not to say clear my work, but I have to be smart about it. I have to be prepared to feel lethargic. I have to be prepared in terms of training twice a day.
Mm.
So basically in total allocations of 4 hours of training a day. Why I say 4 hours, because yes, first session of training it will be 1 hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you have your warm-up, you have your
Yeah.
recovery, and same goes to that as well. And then allocation in terms of rehab, meal prepping. It is, yeah, you have to be smart about it. And in terms of supplements intake, I need to be to make sure that it's on point. Supplements mean micronutrients, vitamins, and minerals, because I'm quite holistic.
Mm.
When I was prepping for my competition, I try to do everything like naturally, so that's why my recovery is a little bit slow. The
Mm.
food that I need to eat has to be a lot more, because I wasn't on protein shake. I was only on BCAA,
Mm.
like different types of multivitamins,
Yep.
and yeah. So being a natural athlete, it definitely would be so much harder to gain muscle, to force yourself to eat, because
Yes,
sometimes
yes.
my calorie is up to 2,500
Mm-hmm.
calories a day, which is quite a lot for a petite
For
girl.
yep.
So yeah.
So for now, what's your fitness routine? It's gonna be different from when you compete and now, right? So what's your
Yeah.
fitness routine like?
I keep it almost the same. It's just that right now I focus more on rehabilitations, because being an athlete for such a long time, I mean from 11 years old until like now, active
Yeah.
active active. um so sometimes your machine, you need to do some maintenance, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So I do have a bit of joint problems. I have a bit of tear on my shoulder, on my knees, um lari sikit on my hips, on my elbow. So all these minor injuries, So I'm taking this opportunity to do the aunties activities. Finally need to realize that I'm no longer in my 20s. So really putting in serious work into rehabilitations, working on my mobility, working on my flexibility. So a lot more yoga, meditation, more zen, you know um all these single words. But yeah, I still focus on my strength training. It's just that I enjoy doing yoga, and if given a chance, I would love to try and learn Tai Chi, because it is such an
Mm.
amazing fitness. It looks boring, but it is actually really hard to do. Like I've tried Tai Chi twice, and I'm like, this is not easy. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about food. Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
you've been educated and knowledgeable about food since young. So what do people need to know about food? What are we supposed to go behind the myth about food, and especially for those who are just starting out and struggling?
Okay, so for those young just starting out, for those who just like try to pick up fitness, a healthy lifestyle, to me, don't rush things. Okay, you do not go on a crash diet. That's a big no. I know sometimes people are so semangat, right? They will just cut everything and then just dive into the extreme. That is a big mistake, because why, you can only stick to it for what, maximum 2 weeks, and then you're gonna crave for all this other stuff that you
Yeah.
used to eat, and then you're
Yeah.
just gonna lapse back to the old habits. So to me, for someone who's just starting out, take your time. I mean, eating, like incorporating I would say healthy food in your daily life
Mm-hmm.
takes time. And same goes to shifting your lifestyle, to healthy living takes time. Same
Yep.
goes to you are prepping yourself for this big job that you want, right? You have your kindergarten, you have your primary, secondary, you have whatever, middle school, high school, you have
Yes,
university,
yes,
and then you can become a doctor, engineer, things like that.
yes.
So same goes to, eating healthy, and same goes to healthy lifestyle. It has to be gradually. You have to learn. Why I say that you have to learn? Because not all diet fits all. Your
Nice.
body is unique. Your body is unique. So your biggest task is to understand your body, which is really hard and complicated as well.
Yep,
I
yep.
mean, if you look at it, chicken is healthy, fish is healthy, but not everybody is tolerant towards certain food the same as the other one, right? I mean,
Yes,
look
correct.
at dairy. Some people can accept dairy, some people can't accept dairy, So take time to learn about your body, about what
Mm,
your body can and cannot take, about certain food that increase your inflammations in your body, water retention in your body.
yes.
So it's always good to have that food log, food journal, because not only
Oh,
it will be beneficial for you, but it will also be beneficial for your family. It's sort of like, because sometimes, it runs in the family as well,
yes.
right? So it's always good to keep track on what's good for you, what causes inflammations. If you take this, whether you feel bloated or not, uneasiness on your stomach.
Mm,
Um, yeah. So take time to learn about your body, explore more. Don't be too crazy about this diet trend. Is a big no. Why? Because diet trend doesn't last. Diet trend is called trend because it comes and
and
it
it
goes.
goes. Yeah.
Yeah. And to me, the ideal I would say diet is a well balanced diet. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, God created all this food source, right, for a reason. Everything has a different nutrients. Everything has a different minerals and vitamins.
Yep.
um so the key word here is variety, right? I mean, if you eat chicken, because there's a okay, like I said, I mean, people will just think like eating chicken breast to eat healthy, right? So you are just receiving certain minerals and certain macro from chicken breast,
Mm-hmm.
but you have all these other source of protein as well. You have fish, you have different types of fish, you have,
Yes.
I mean, and then yeah, the key idea here is variety, so that your body can function well. Your body is receiving different types of nutrients, in minerals as well. So that will definitely gives you the optimum, I would say, health. Same goes to veggies, not just broccoli and asparagus. So I always tell people, hello, it's not just broccoli and asparagus, okay? Because everybody would complain to me, they were like, Nana, healthy food is so expensive, like kale, and then you have all these things. I say, nobody asks you to eat kale all the time. You don't have to eat quinoa or couscous all the time.
Yeah.
We are living in Asia, right? We live in Malaysia. Why we need to follow Mat Saleh diet? You know,
Correct.
you have your ulam here, which costs like what, RM2 satu ikan.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, and it has a lot of benefits as well. And I
True.
keep
True.
telling
True.
them, I mean, stop eating salmon too much because it's imported, and then you are exposed to all these radiations.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
the color of the salmon could be injected because it's
Yep.
farm.
Yeah.
So eat local deep sea fish like ikan merah, ikan bawal, freshly caught in the sea. There's a lot of nutrients and benefits as well. I mean, it doesn't have to be Mat Saleh diet. So the idea here is variety.
Mm-hmm.
Eat what is I would say easy access for you locally. That will be a smart move. And then thirdly is to explore cooking, because I think the number one challenge is to cook healthy, because
Yes.
healthy raw food you easily can get, but the challenge here is to learn how to cook,
Mm.
and then the food will not be expensive. It will be super cheap. Now let me tell you, I spend around close to 200 ringgit, and the raw food actually lasts me 2.5 weeks or more. So that's cheap.
Yeah.
That's cheap, right?
Yeah.
So in average, I'll be spending around 350 to 400 ringgit for food. That is cheap, right? We're talking about 3 meals a day here, not 1 meal, 3 meals a day here.
Yeah. Very cheap.
So learn how to cook, and then only you can see, okay, well, eating healthy doesn't have to be expensive. It's just you have to be smart, variety, learn how to cook, and eat something that is grown or caught locally.
Wow, I really love your answer. I mean, I didn't expect that to get the answer from you. So yeah, so I was like, okay, oh, your knowledge is out there, man. Okay. For those who wants to be in this journey, right, and they don't have that support system. I think that's crucial. How do they still, try and progress slowly without that support system?
Support system meaning from family and
Yeah,
friends?
maybe the wife knows about this, and she wants to start, and but the husband is forget it. So how does she? Yeah.
This is a common thing. One thing for sure, I mean, if you can't get a support system from your home, then another outlet that you can actually reach out to is to find support system outside of your home. So basically, reaching out to people who have a similar, I would say, goal. So that's why group training works.
Yeah.
Group training works because you have that support system from other people who share similar values and goals. So I would say if someone want to start getting healthy, getting fit, and although they are being honest with their family members and friends, and then their friends are not that supportive, they need to find it outside. Start Googling out, or go on Facebook or Instagram, search for like any group trainings that's available online, and just join. I know it can be pretty scary to join because, I don't know anybody there, I'm shy and things like that. I guess during this time is the perfect time because you don't have to see these people. You just do everything online via Zoom.
Yes, true,
so
true.
It's the perfect time to really find that support system. And I think after you do 2 or 3 sessions and you sort of like know everybody already, when the time comes and you need to meet, you feel familiar to one another. And support system in terms of the activity, in terms of the fitness goal that you aim for. So that's why macam you tengok, CrossFitters, they have their own group, like yogis, they have their own groups, and then that is another support system.
All right, so Nana, how do you develop that mindset to be consistent in exercising? Right, so because for myself, I used to be playing soccer, and I have matches going on, competition going on, right? So for you yourself also, back then you have your WBFF, but now after that, there's no goal to cling on to, and I have find myself also very hard to exercise every day to be consistent. So what advice do you have for me and for those who are trying also?
I would say the motivations, right? Basically, I would advise people to find and try different sort of activities, because sometimes we do certain activities because we thought that it would be great for us. So to find that passion is really important. When I say passion, is passion in terms of that activity. So as you can see, a lot of people akan follow trend, macam marathon, go for marathon. I do marathon because my friend do it, because like my boyfriend do it, so I have to try marathon. And then sometimes you dislike doing marathon, but you do it because of your friends, right? So yeah, I mean, explore. To me, explore. Expose yourself to different kind of activities. Sometimes something like salsa dancing can really surprise you. I do have like guy friends, like straight guy friends, who really enjoy salsa dancing. And he was surprised. He was like, oh my god, like I really enjoy salsa dancing, and then I don't feel forced to go for the classes and stuff
Yeah.
because I really enjoy the session. So to me, to find that motivation, to have that motivation, is to first find what is you're interested most in. Is it Zumba? Is it salsation? Is it badminton? Is it football? What is it?
Yeah.
And then number two is I would say your the community. I mean your friends, right? The company that you basically spend time with.
Yes.
So, and that will also motivates you. But first and foremost, I would say passion. I mean, for me, right? I mean, for example, like given an example, I'm active. I have the basic in terms of like, weightlifting and stuff, and I do bodybuilding.
Yeah.
But if someone forces me to go for powerlifting, definitely I wouldn't do it, right? Because I don't like it. Although I know how to do it, I wouldn't like it. So finding that passion, what kind of activity that really, really motivate you to do it every single day, that you really enjoy, that makes you happy. So yeah, passion. Explore more.
Yeah.
And find a friend that can actually help you and share the same passion with you. That's one thing for sure.
Does just now you mentioned that I asked you. You said that now you are keeping it simple. You are doing the same exercise. Does that also helps? Because for me, sometimes I would like, okay, I want to hit 10 click today, and then the next day I'm out, right? And then I sometimes I had this thing. I was like, maybe I should just be consistent. How to be consistent? To just keep it simple. Maybe just 2 click every day. Yeah. Yeah. What was your thoughts on that?
Absolutely. Some people think that, okay, kalau I miss, this workout for 1 week, I have to like pay a revenge, like go for it, like really, really hentam in gym like this one particular day. No. So, sometimes, my clients, right, I would just say to them, instead of pushing yourself to work out 1 hour every single day, which is hard to commit if they're having a difficult time, or like if they have a hectic schedule, why don't just spend 15 to 20 minutes solid time, but within this time you really push yourself, do what you can within these 15 to 20 minutes, and done.
Yeah.
You can achieve better result by doing this, at least five times a week, or like 4 times a week.
Yeah.
So to me, working out doesn't have to be like lifting heavy. Doesn't have to be like, you have to push running like 15K or like 20K. Being healthy, being active, you can just, as you wake up in the morning, you are still in bed, and then you do a 20 minutes mindfulness stretching on your bed. That's good enough, because sometimes that's the thing your body needs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So active recovery. So some people think that working out, you need to do all this extreme, but really sometimes, just a minor breathing exercise can be super beneficial for us as well. So yes, the key here is consistency. You don't need 1 hour every day to be fit. You can be working out like 3 times a week and spending like 20 minutes solid in a day. Yeah, definitely will level up your motivations and your passion in terms of something that you do.
Okay, great. Thank you. So tomorrow I'm going to do some stretches in the morning.
Yeah, look up on YouTube.
Look
up on YouTube, and then I really love doing those like in bed yoga. It really helps. Like you feel energized. Like I don't know, I feel energized, and then I feel that my days just get better. So you can try yoga in bed, before you shower and things like that. It's amazing. And then that like 1 minute breathing exercise in the morning before you start everything, is gem. You can do it right now with me later, and then you can feel a difference in terms of you know how zen and wonderful you feel after that.
Okay. So what's your routine like? Do you exercise in the morning or in the evening or at night for you for today? Yeah.
I prefer to exercise in the afternoon, to be
Okay.
honest. In the afternoon. Reason being is that when I wake up in the morning, I don't feel that I have 100% energy. 2 kilos dumbbell feel like a 10 kilo dumbbell in the morning
Sure.
for me. So I like to work out in the afternoon compared to in the evening. At night, not so much, because at night I feel that your body is prepared to rest. But at night I wouldn't mind doing some yoga or like some breathing exercise. But when it comes to strength training, I prefer it to be afternoon. And I mean, if it's not MCO, if it's not quarantine, I mean, afternoon is the perfect time because the gym is less busy. So meaning I can,
Mm.
focus on my training and
Yeah.
not hustling and berebut equipment with other
Yeah. Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
so yeah, afternoon before lunch. Amazing.
Okay. Any other tips about food, health, wellness that you would like to share that you know?
About food, wellness. Okay, I would say when you wanna eat, when someone wanna dive into a healthy lifestyle or getting active,
Yeah.
they have to find their big why of why they wanna do it. Of course, a lot of people wanna look good, wanna lose weight,
Yeah.
wanna look skinny, or whatever goal that is it is, right? But I would highly suggest, instead of just thinking about that aesthetic values of why you need to work out, or aesthetic values or reason why you need to work out,
Mm-hmm.
they need to think about the benefits of it. Like, I'm doing this
Mm.
it is an investment, you know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yes. Yes.
Investment
Correct.
for later. So
Yep.
when it comes to investment, you really need to make sure that the things that you do is you're able to do it, because a lot of people, when they get into certain activities, they tend to forget about whether their body are able to do so.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So meaning, whether you have any injuries, whether you have any normal spine or not,
Yeah.
right? Whether you are allergic towards some food, so your mental health as well, because all these kind of things can actually affect your mental health.
Correct.
Because sometimes you try things so hard and then you didn't get the result that you wanted. You bounce back, and then you sort of like, it really really messes up with your mental game and your emotions and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So really think about doing it for a long period investment. So meaning, having said that, don't rush.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a competition where you commit to it 3 months. It's not a competition where you commit to it 6 weeks. It's a lifetime competition. It's a
Yeah.
lifetime journey. So take it slow. Take time to learn about yourself, about your body, explore more about food, and then eat healthy, not because you want to lose weight, but eat
Mm.
healthy because food heals. This is something
Yes.
that people, I also, they always forget.
Yep. Correct.
They are too consumed about calories. Oh, I can eat this because the calorie is lesser than the other food, but the other lesser calories is non-healthy food, right?
Yes. Yes.
So it's
Yes.
not
Yes.
just about the calorie. It's
Yes.
about the nutrients in the
Correct.
food,
Mm-hmm.
because at the end of the day, you want your body to run healthy. You do not want to look good but dalam kaput.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
really a message out there that I want to share with people, because they are
Nice.
too
Nice.
consumed about calories. Oh,
Correct.
I can eat this burger because the calorie outside. It's not about that. It's about the stuff that they put in that burger.
Yes. 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 Yes.
So Yeah,
Yeah.
try to eat holistically lah, basically.
Nice. Very, very nice advice there. Because
Yeah.
nowadays doesn't mean skinny is healthy also, right? Yeah, people always
Yes.
thought that, oh, I'm skinny. People always thought that, oh, you can eat anything, but you're still skinny, and they think that they are healthy, but which is totally, yeah, a different case.
It is
Okay,
not.
great.
Yeah. Fatty organ is not great. Like, you can be skinny, but inside your organ got a lot of fat. Not good.
Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna touch on entrepreneurship, right? So how do you get
Mm-hmm.
into the world of entrepreneurship? You
Okay.
started your body lab and fit sambal. So that's interesting.
Okay. Well, I always dream of like having my own business, being a mogul in some department. Actually, I started trying to be an entrepreneur since college time, but it didn't happen because I don't have a proper guidance.
Mm.
So, my business body lab and also Fit Sambal Banana, I think, my good friend Mia actually really encourages it. Mia is one of my first client. She is my first client when it comes to being a PT and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And then we became great sisters. And then she said, "Well, babe, you achieve this, you get this, you learn about this, you are good at this particular department. It's about time for you to have your own brand." So yeah, she encourages me. That's how it happened,
Mm-hmm.
basically.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Basically, so that's how Body Lab and Fit Sambal came about. And actually, Body Lab Pound Rubber Pound, this one was supposed to be launched first, but there's a long story behind why it got delayed. So basically, when we want to start the business, both of us are really scared to take a loan from the bank,
Yeah.
and we do not want to cut out any of our savings, because we are like so paranoid like that. These two
Yeah.
girls are so paranoid like that. So we had to raise money, but raise money is from Fit Sambal. So we sell the sambal, and then the idea of Fit Sambal, healthy diet
Yeah.
sambal, came about is that um, I was supposed to be in this one particular fitness convention, fitness event, and I promised them that this spray will be there. But the thing is, because our modal tak cukup lagi, I was like, oh my god! And then we are in the midst of R&D. I was like, oh my god! I promised them that I will launch the first product there, and then I was discussing with my business partner Mia, and then I told her, babe, I think we can sell my healthy diet sambal. So that's how it came about. Fit Sambal by Nana. It was
Ah.
inspired during my competition time,
Mm-hmm.
where I wanted to eat something spicy,
Okay.
sambal, Malay palate, but healthy at the same time. So yeah, we started selling sambal, saved a lot of money from there, and then we did 3 R&D for this until I'm satisfied with the quality and everything. And yeah, it's here.
So
So
what
that's
does
how.
that
So
what does that do?
this thing,
The
okay,
spraying, yeah.
so this is L-carnitine spray. So L-carnitine is a type of amino acid that helps you transport fats out of your body. So it's not a fat burner, it's a fat transporter. So it also helps with your mental focus, it helps you with your energy, it helps you with your stamina as well. So this is in essence form, so meaning it's potent. It's the first in Asia. Because
Nice.
before I asked my chemist to formulate this, I was taking it in a powder form. So sometimes powder form you have to pecahkan, or
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have to
yeah.
carry in a big bottle. And I did try in a liquid one, in the one that you drink. So
Mm-hmm.
it's easily spilled. So I told my partner, hey, why don't we make it into an essence form where this thing can last up to 25 days? And because I travel so much, I don't have to carry big bottles, and I can actually control the amount using the spray, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for example, if I had my coffee already and I want to work out, I don't have to take the whole entire, I would say, recommended dosage. So I can just control by how many pumps I want to take, right?
Okay.
So instead of like, breaking the pills and whatnot. So this is L-carnitine spray in the essence form, a mixture of other, I would say, supplement as well, like raspberry ketones, green tea extract, coffee, green coffee bean extract. So it mainly focuses on, helping people to accelerate their fat loss as well as increasing mental focus and stamina.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what about your fit sambal that is healthy? Like, okay, what
What
about
about my
sambal?
fit some?
What is sambal? Why is sambal is not healthy? The ingredients are there that you substitute into being healthy?
Okay, so basically, as you know, sambal, when you want to make it sambal, when it comes to Johor ataupun Javanese,
Yeah.
Indonesian, Malaysian sambal, there's a lot of oil. And the cara gorengan is like, like really a lot of oil. And then sometimes people put
Okay.
MSG in it. And then sometimes people put like, sambal belacan in it. All this really high sodium and stuff. So,
Yeah.
biasanya kalau buat sambal, we have to goreng the sambal with the minyak, right?
Yeah.
Which is unhealthy lah because the minyak can be a lot. So with a fit sambal by Nana, how I cook it is basically in reverse. So basically I masak, when I cook the chilies and all the ingredients, I don't use any oil. The olive oil is
Ooh.
only added later, much later, almost towards the end. So I can actually show you the sambal that I have compared to a normal sambal. Like if I flip the bottle over, you won't see any oil at all.
I see.
Yeah.
So that's how did you figure that yourself or?
I figured out myself.
Wow.
Yeah. So basically per jar, like per 200 gram jar, in average there's only about 1 to 1.5 tablespoon of premium olive oil. And that's it. So that's really little compared to the typical normal
But how about the
sambal.
taste? That's important.
The taste is absolutely amazing.
How is it amazing?
Yeah, sedap. It's really spicy.
Okay.
It's really spicy. So for those who love spicy, love it. And orang cakap macam, oh tak adalah pedas sangat. It's like manja-manja. But for those yang tak tahan spicy, they were like, oh my god, Nana, the sambal is really spicy. So, yeah, so it really depends on the someone's tolerance on spiciness. To me, it's just nice. A combination of spicy, a little bit of sour, and I try to keep it vegan friendly.
Nice.
Yeah, so there's no ikan bilis, there's no belacan in it, there's no tomatoes. I receive a lot of questions about this sambal. Nana, is it vegan friendly? Is it vegetarian friendly? Is there any ikan bilis inside? Is there any belacan inside? Is there any like udang kering inside? So I tell myself, you know what? Keep it plain and simple. So if they want to add anything, they can just add it on themselves.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I can't wait for another new ones to come up because I'm coming out with sambal hitam and still figuring out how to do a healthy sambal gepuk. You know what is gepuk?
Yes. Wow, that's my favorite. Indonesian, yeah. Do you have an Indonesian background?
My mom is Johor Jawa.
See, no wonder. Okay. Okay, so how do you experiment on this? Is it at home? You try it out yourself or how?
At home. Try out myself because when you have been on diet for so long, and once upon a time I was that girl who only thought, okay, diet kena makan kosong je, like rebus and plain. No. And then after I learned about nutrition and stuff, right, it's like, hey, you can actually use herbs, spices and stuff to make your food delicious. So I like to experiment. I mean, I always cook my healthy asam pedas, healthy curry, healthy whatsoever at home. I experiment and then the way how to cook it and then replace ingredients. So So yeah, experiment at home because I like to eat Malay and Indonesian food. So
You
yeah,
should start your own cooking show, healthy cooking show. Is there anyone
I've been
any cooking show out
wanting
there?
to do.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to do my own cooking show. Actually, it is fun. Actually, I'm doing TV shows with RTM.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Next week will be one last day of shoot because it got dragged kan because of this pandemic. But yeah, it's a healthy cooking show, and then on Astro as well. We call it Kami
Nice.
Gang Fit, where we have to do a little bit of sketch and exercise and cooking
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, you can actually search it on YouTube. Tak banyak pun ada kat situ. Kami Gang Fit. So
Okay.
that's the first time of me had to berlakon. It's really interesting. You know, mimicking all this scenario why people should start getting healthy and
I
stuff.
see.
So yeah.
Okay. Next question. Maybe you can share with us some of your best business lesson you have learned along your journey.
Ooh, there's always a competition in anything that you do, whether in life, business, or whatsoever, competitions and enviness. So obviously there's an ups and down in my business. A lot of people, when I first started, don't really like me being in a business. So I fall sick, not because of a natural cause, but unnatural, supernatural cause.
Wow.
The doctor couldn't find out what happened to me. Fainted at home 3 times.
Wow.
And I was alone. It was really scary, and seen multiple stuff happening in my house. So, you know, in business, regardless whether you are doing it overseas or whatsoever, whether you're seasoned, you are new, there's always a competitions. And
Yeah.
to me, is to have faith and believe and never give up, and to pray and to have hope. So sometimes you can learn all this trade, right? You can learn all this trade, how to grow your business, but some things you can't control in life. And I think last year was I think it was a horrible experience, but a big lesson for me. You know, because walaupun sometimes you think the person is good to you, but you never know.
Yeah.
You know,
Correct.
because of envy and
Yes. Yes.
so getting sick, getting hospitalized, not knowing of what is your sickness, and the doctor tell you are absolutely fine,
Yeah.
and then getting attacked on social media, in a sense where people try to report on your business and claim that your product is harmful, padahal ada cert and everything. So have faith, and then you have to be always strong here. You can have all these tricks under your sleeve, but
Right.
it has to be here, you know. Challenges will come and go. Your mental game need to be strong. Mental game need to be strong because you can never know what's going to happen in business. That's one thing for sure. And always plan for backup. When you plan on something, you must have plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. If you fail, don't be scared to just get up and, you know, try again. And have a mentor. Having a mentor is really important. So yeah, I know to hire a mentor, to get a mentor to guide you in business is expensive.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, just masuk lah the small classes, just listen, you know, it really does help. And jangan malu untuk bertanya, like, you know, sometimes I lepak at kedai mama or something at the gym and I bump into, like, you know, all these uncle who like really otai in business, right? It's like, uncle, teach me business. So you borak, you know, and they're like, you know, 15, 20 years older than me. And yeah, I think that's one thing in entrepreneurship that you need to learn. Like, you know, your mental game need to be strong.
I was actually thinking about, you know, about what's going on with the community, and one of the things that I mean very, very disappointed and depressed to talk about is what you've gone through in terms of, you know, being hit by the supernatural and stuff like that. And we
Yeah.
always wonder, we always wonder, like, because those who are not an influencer, just any ordinary person can get it, right? What more if you are influencer, right? So we always have this thought, when like, how come this celebrity or how come this influencer, you don't get all of this? And then when you share with me, I was like, wow, like, okay, you experience it also. I mean, what's your thought on that? And yeah.
I think envy, jealousy, it has been there, regardless whether you are known or you are a normal person. You are just, it's there, but our society acknowledge it, but we hardly speak about it.
Correct.
And to me, it was hard to share because, and I try not to share with my audiences at first, because, I don't know whether it gives the person who sent me this supernatural stuff a satisfaction knowing that I'm sick, or it will portray me as a weak person, that I have to like share my experience with my audience. But I always take it in a positive way, and I say, okay, yes, I was sick and I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm taking everything, one step at a time, and then, whatever has been going on, I'm just going to move forward. To be honest, that was not my first time. That was my third or fourth of it. Who counts, right? Who counts, right? But yeah, like I said, I mean, always have faith. I mean, our kepercayaan will help us. Our daily doa will help us, regardless of your religion. And I'm very sure that, everybody have their own rituals on things that you can actually practice every single day, your doa, your prayers, and stuff. And yeah, it's there.
Thank you for acknowledging it and sharing, your experience.
Worries.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, it's your faith, like it's your faith in the things that you do. I mean, I'm not gonna deny. I'm not gonna be shy, or like, I do mandi bunga. Sometimes you just had to do it. I don't, honestly speaking from experience, I never really entirely believe all this thing, until I sendiri yang kena, which is like the first time it was 6-7 years ago, and the most recent one was last year. So before that, I was like, no lah, takkan orang buat macam ni and everything, until it hit me, So but I do it when I need it. So when something bad happened to me, and whatever doa and whatever things that I do is not enough, and I need ustad's assistance, and then if the ustad's advise me to mandi, to cleanse, I would do it,
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. I mean, you are everywhere: TV host, coaching, business, right? In the media. How do you manage your time well?
Manage time? Well, need to be smart about it. I am so thankful that I have a PR team, and also my lines of managers who help me to sort of my schedule, because sometimes, honestly, I will lupa. So thank you, Sarah, Rosella, and Mama Jasmine, that help me all the time. So yeah, I mean, I personally ask my managers to remind me on my daily tasks, because I tend to forget, because when it gets busy, it gets really busy, like waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, being at the studio at 5 a.m, and then finish work and then rush to my PT session, and then rushing here and there. So I think you need to be smart, but one thing for sure, there's no social life going on. There's no privilege of like hanging out with a person, with your friends, lepak-lepak, minum kopi, tak ada. So I guess when it comes to your passion and your work, you have to really sacrifice certain things.
Yes.
I know some of my friends complain, nak jumpa you pun kena buat appointment. I'm really sorry about it. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you need to survive also. You need to put plate on your table. So
Yeah.
you gotta just do it smart, right?
Yeah. Okay, so what are the unpleasant thing about being an influencer that you dislike the most?
What I dislike the most in terms of the influencer thing,
Yeah.
well, I feel the unpleasant thing is how people perceive me, because I feel that being in the public eye, it gives people the privilege to, oh, I know her, I know how is she like, um, a lot of people who never know me
Yeah.
would say that, oh my God, she is so sombong, she is such a bee. But once they know me, they was like, oh my God, she is such a clown. Uh, um, so yeah, I mean, giving the privilege for others to judge me without entirely getting to know me, that's one thing for sure that I hate the most. And yeah, people always think of you of like, oh, she gets this because she is this. I mean, she doesn't have to work hard for it. But it's actually not, so the
Yeah.
perception of what people thought about you
Yes.
um,
Yes.
is not entirely true. So that's one thing I hate about being an influencer. I just
Mm-hmm.
wish that sometimes people are able to know, not just me, but everybody. We're talking about my celebrity friends, like know them for their soul, like entirely,
Yep.
like they're through them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Next question is all right. So you talk about you having trouble with self-confidence,
Yeah.
right? And until today you still have that fear. So
Mm-hmm.
and seeing you now today, how do you overcome that yourself and still having it, of course?
Ooh.
Yeah. Maybe you can share.
To say that I overcome it 100% entirely, that's false truth. I still have like stage fright. I do feel nervous when
Yep.
I need to talk to someone. Um, I usually cover it with my laugh, my awkward laugh.
No wonder you keep
So
laughing today.
most of the time when I feel nervous or uncomfortable, I do laugh a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I smile a lot. Um, what else? Yeah, I guess self confidence is a continuous work that you really need to work on every single day, your entire life. I
Yep.
mean, the society always have a way to put your self confidence down. It's just that
Correct.
a matter of how you tackle that and how you make yourself comfortable to be in a given situation. So if you ask me to stand on the stage and give like a speech in front of 1,000 people, I'm not gonna kid you. I probably would be spending like 1 hour in the toilet just to calm myself down. That's what
Yeah.
happened to me 3 years ago. I think 3 years ago or 2 years ago when my manager sent me to go for an audition. NTV7 audition. So I got there 1 hour early. I spent 1 hour in toilet, continuously doing number one and number two. Go for don't know reason because I was so nervous.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a constant work that I need to work on every single day.
Yeah.
But it gets better. It gets better.
Yeah. Of course. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Okay. Who are your role models and why?
Who are my role model? My role model is to everyone. I have no particular role model. I have a lot of role model, to women, to men, to young adults, to teenagers, who are able to make it based on their passions. I feel that success is measured not on how much money you have in your bank account, but success measured by the utmost happiness that
Yep.
you can get in your life, like daily, right? So, if a person from zero and are able to achieve success, and they're happy, and then they are doing something that they are passionate about every day, that are my idol. So to all women and men and teenagers, to everybody that is making their life out there and grinding every day and helping others. Helping others is really important. You success without help others also tak guna, right? So
True,
you gotta
true,
give back
true,
to the
true.
community. Give back to the community. Try to help and try to build others as well. So yeah, and people who actually share their education. So I really look up into all these successful people who share their knowledge for free,
Yes.
because I feel that not only they are contributing to society in terms of business opportunity, work opportunity, but knowledge as well, because the
Yep.
most expensive, I would say, things that you can give to a person is knowledge, because it can
Knowledge, yeah.
pass through.
Correct.
So yeah,
Maybe some names you can share in terms of successful person that you just mentioned.
names banyak lah. I think growing up, I really look at Oprah, because yes, of course, there's some bashing about her, things like that, but she do help people. I mean, she grinds every single day. Who knows the things that she had to go through in life, right, to be where they're at. Bill Gates, Bill Gates, Syed something, siapa tu? That Malaysian guy, oh my god, his name is slipping my mind.
The richest
I
man,
can't
is it?
remember. Sorry?
Who? The Malaysia
Yeah,
richest man, is it?
in Malaysia, I forgot.
Buhari, is it? Something like that?
Yes. He is really inspiring. He is truly inspiring.
Yes, yes.
A lot actually. A lot. Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
I cannot think of like one. That's a lot. I mean,
yes.
yeah.
That 3 names is already great already. Okay, what other plans or projects are you looking to work on in the future? Okay, show.
A lot. In the midst of doing a few R&D for my new products. So hopefully that one will be able to launch it in 2 years' time. And in terms of business-wise, of course, trying to grow the company, the name, to other countries as well.
Yeah.
Proper channeling in e-commerce and so on. In terms of fitness, it was supposed to be launched this year, but it got held back because of the pandemic. But as for now, I cannot fill out the thing first, only after it is launched. Yeah. So big things are coming in terms of fitness media side. Yeah. It's just that I cannot spill the beans yet.
Okay, no problem.
Until everything is finalized, because we don't know the pandemic is until when.
True.
So
Correct. Yeah, so uncertain today. Okay, what areas in your life that you feel that you are weak at and you want to try to improve?
Feel in my life. Wow, my attention span. Okay, feel in my life, I think paperwork and writing. I always struggle in writing and organizing paperwork and stuff. Yeah, if I given a choice to really brush up my skill, is to be able to write copywriting, write article nicely, craft essays or things like that properly, because since young, that's been my number one weakness, to write and to organize stuff, like organize paperwork and stuff. But I'm really good at hands-on stuff, like we're talking about physical stuff. Like I'm really good at training people, like getting the work done, like getting my hands dirty. I'm really good at. But if you ask me to sit on the desk and do paperwork, organize something, I can't do that, because my attention span is really short. Like I have to move every half an hour. So yeah, I really need to work on that.
Okay. Okay. I always ask this to all my guests. What makes a great leader?
Whoa, what makes a great leader? Keikhlasan.
Interesting.
Yes,
Okay.
keikhlasan.
Explain,
What makes a great
please.
leader? Okay, I think keikhlasan. In English is what? Keikhlasan is
Sincerity.
sincerity. Yes, sincerity. A bit slow today. Sincerity. When you are sincere in doing something, you will try your best to do and tackle the task. Am I right?
Yeah.
And then you will find the best solution or possible ways to help whoever that you need to help, regardless of whatever your trade in. So sincerity will come, passion will come, generosity will come, best result. That's how I feel. I mean, you can be a billionaire, but if you are not sincere in doing business, one day you will fall, right? Because it's karma. Correct.
Yeah.
So to me, everything has to start from sincerity. If the leader is not up there yet, but if you basically portray and then people can see that you are sincere,
Yeah.
definitely, your following or people around you will stick with you. So sincerity in anything and everything that you do makes a great leader. Did I answer your question?
Of course. I totally believe in that also, sincerity. I mean, I'm
Is
sure
that
I'm
is
sure
that a rare
you
answer or?
uh you're the second person to answer that. So
Nice.
it shows, but you know that the person before who answered that has 1 million followers. So you have 200,000. So you guys are on the right track, right? I guess. No, I'm sure the works that you do to reach to that mass following is also because you're sincere, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So I think
Sincere,
that's a
yeah. And
very
then I
good.
think the next one is being humble. You know,
Mm,
regardless of how successful you are, how rich you are,
yeah.
how amazing you are, you just need to remind yourself that, okay, remember where you start. Just be humble, man, all the way. Yeah, sincerity and be humble. Mm.
All right. Okay. I think I really enjoy talking to you. I think I can talk to you the whole day with your bubbly character, right? But we have come to the end of the podcast. Any last parting words that you would like to say?
Wake up every day with a big smile, believe that you can achieve anything. Change I can't to I can,
Right.
and yeah, if you have self-doubt, don't be, just go for it, just have fun in your life. I mean, and just try and try and try and try. And the most important thing is to always make the effort, to make any one person happy every day, because that
Interesting.
making one person happy every day will mean the world to you and to the person.
How do you make one person
That's my
happy
last
every
word.
day?
Okay, meaning like do good gesture every day. So when you wake up, right? When you wake up, and I always believe this, when you wake up and then you plan a positive thoughts in your mind, your day will be super positive and happy. So how you plan it? Wake up and say that, okay, today I want to be the best version of myself today. So how am I going to do it? Okay, today I akan ada meeting dekat luar. So if I ada meeting dekat luar, if I bump into like someone along the street yang memerlukan bantuan, I would just give bantuan. Like even it's 50 cent or 1 ringgit or things like that.
Yeah.
Make
Okay.
someone happy, right? And then that little small gesture doesn't mean that you have to sedekah money or things like that. It could be
Yeah.
like, helping an auntie carry her stuff to her car. Just that small gesture.
Yeah.
Or even right now, I mean, during this pandemic, I mean, just browse through, and then you can just reach out to a friend or like some random person and say, hey, how are you? Like, I see that you're doing amazing, and then I'm really inspired by sending all these messages and reaching out to our old friends. It really can help make a difference, like make
Yeah,
someone happy.
true.
And yeah, you do something positive and make someone happy every day. You
Talking
you
to
you
you
will
really
feel you will feel different. What?
talking to you really made me very happy and also positive. So thank you, thank you for that, for channeling this energy towards. I'm sure your followers also have that same vibe as
I
me.
hope so.
So so thank you, Nana. Thank you. I really pray for you that may Allah always continue to protect you and
Amin.
throughout your career, right? And yeah, to wish you all the best and all success in life. May you continue to prosper.
Thank you so much. I hope that you have a nice day, and then yeah, brace through this pandemic. Look at it as a blessing.